If we can accomplish these goals through the rest of the year, I think the group will grow. And as the group grows, this I do know, the more people you get together who want to have fun, the more fun you have. All right, so here's what I want to say, just prefacing this. I really love and appreciate feedback. I want you guys to be a part of this process. I want you guys to feel a part of this process. So, like, what I have here, I've got a bare bones outline we're going to be kind of going through, but the more you guys chat and engage with your ideas and thoughts, the better this will go. I'm going to kind of try and give you guys the overall picture of what we want to do. So I'm going to talk here for a couple minutes about what's going on, but then for the big chunk of this, I'm going to be putting an idea out there, and then I'm going to be listening to you guys brainstorm about it and take notes. So the goal that I originally had coming into the year was to have my stream locked down by the end of March. And what I mean locked down, I mean, like, I knew that for the first couple months we were going to be testing things with bomb pots and trivia games and no delay versus delay. Like, it was going to be a lot of kind of trial and error just to kind of figure out what worked, what didn't work, so on and so forth. But coming out of that, I wanted to, within the first 3 months, like, nail down a product that was like our product for the rest of the year. Like, I don't want to continually keep messing with things every single month forever, because too much change gets people frustrated, tilted. It's too confusing for new people that are coming in. So at some point we have to kind of settle in and have a brand. And so my goal was to get there by the end of March, which right now it is a little over a week into March. Yeah, we can do that. Yep. Hold on one second. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Bring back the huge mic that works. What's wrong with the mic right now? It's here. It's just slightly hidden. Can you guys not hear me okay? All right, so I added a command doc there. You guys can click on that. So here's what I thought about over the weekend, all right? As we kind of start to brainstorm what we want to accomplish here in 2020. Like, we need a target audience. We can't target everybody. And I think that in thinking about what group of people to target best and what audience makes for a good community and what audience is most obtainable outside of Twitch, because part of being successful in Twitch is not just like growing in Twitch, but like bringing people into Twitch from YouTube, from Instagram, from Twitter, from live poker. Like, what group of people do we target? And I feel like I want to target the players who want to have fun playing poker, right? Now, this kind of leans heavily towards recreational players, right? Like, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. We all know what it's like to be in the poker room with that guy that takes poker like insanely seriously, and he's got the scowl on his face for 12 hours and he's talking smack to everybody and he just makes the game miserable. That's not our target audience. The chat warriors that want to come in and preach 14 levels of GTO to you and tell you 16 reasons why the play you made was horrible, not our target audience. We want people that want to have fun playing poker. Just plain and simple. I think that's the group that we want to go after. And by doing that, like by reaching that group of people, I think we'll have more fun because we're bringing in people that want to have fun. And I think we'll also have a little bit of a synergy. So the question is this: how do we reach that audience? Okay. Well, I think there's a simple answer to that question. We need to make the poker experience better on Twitch in real life, right? So that means a couple things. Obviously, we've already been doing some things to make the Twitch experience better. Again, being in a no delay stream and being able to engage with you guys on the regular has been a great way to do that. Also, in like the giveaways and some of the competitions we've done, the ARG we ran, some of you guys liked it, some of you guys didn't, but we're doing some things to make the Twitch poker experience better, right? But then there's also other ways that we can make people who play poker enjoy the game when they're not in stream, like not just physically when they're watching the stream, but how do we make the game more enjoyable as a whole, right? So here's the first big one that I want to talk about and go through some ideas with you, and that's education. Now, listen, here's the deal, okay? There are tons and tons and tons of programs out there that teach you poker, right? We're not lacking for options on how to learn poker. They're all over the place. But a lot of them are expensive. A lot of them are extremely complicated. A lot of them assume that you know a lot of concepts, right? So I'm not looking to get into like teaching people poker to try and help people like to try and not do any of those sites. I'm a LPP streamer, Learn Pro Poker. I think it's a phenomenal product. I think it's a great place to go and learn advanced level poker. But if you're just getting into the game, or maybe you don't want to know the game at that serious of a level, there's really not a lot out there that can kind of help you guys like simplify the game, right? So a big part of what I would like to do and what I like to bring into the stream and what I would like to do to help you guys be successful is just that. How do we simplify the game? I mean, think if you were to learn a brand new game, like you were to go to a friend's house and somebody brought a tabletop game that you never played before, right? And you didn't know any of the rules and you didn't know any of the goals of the game, and he just started playing and invited you to play and didn't teach you how to play the game. It would not be very fun, right? In fact, even when you get a game that's new and you're excited about it, you usually have to play it 4, 5, 6 times. You have to learn the rules. You have to learn the strategies before it's fun. And I think one of the things we can do to make poker more fun, to make Twitch poker more fun, to make your poker experience when you're playing in free rolls or tournaments or home games more fun, is simplify the game so that you guys have a nice, simple base of how you make your decisions. You can do some things that can mess with some of your opponents, and just keep it simple. Like, we make the game so freaking complex, memorize 47 charts and like it gets insane, right? Like, have you guys ever felt, tell me chat, have you guys ever felt that point where poker starts to feel like work and it just feels like studying poker starts to feel like school, and like it just takes the fun out of it? Has anybody ever had that experience? South Park says, yep. He's the only one, chat. Not yet. Okay. Like, I know, especially too, like, even if you guys haven't experienced a lot, like, we're trying to grow the game. We're trying to bring new people into the game. And so, like, part of bringing new people into the game is giving people the opportunity to learn the basics, right? And so if we can create some of the tools that help them do that, like, we're not going to turn anybody into like high stakes crushers, right? We're not going to turn anybody into like, millionaires or anything like that. But if we can just teach people some basics and give them a foundation and give them a little bit to work with, then if they want to go farther, they can, right? But they got enough that they can come in, they can play a home game online or whatever and have a lot of fun. Some cool stuff coming in. GamerDad says terminology is a big key. I agree. I think we can break down some of the terminology and make it easier for people to understand. I like this Preach the Tools, Poker Tracker 4, Flopzilla. Like, being able to kind of break down the learning curve for that and make it a little bit easier to use. Like, I know like some of those softwares, they have a billion features, right? And you get in and it's so overwhelming. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, like all of this stuff, I can't even begin to understand it. But if you could just pull 1 or 2 things out and learn how to use those, like, it starts to add to your game and it starts to make things a lot smoother. More stuff coming in. Cool game selection. You guys, if you've been around for a while, know I'm a huge fan of game selection. So I'm going to be very passionate about that cause. So the goal here through this, draw a community of people. If I can spell here. Draw a community of people who want to get better together, right? So let me talk about this for a minute. Because I think this is important. I've done a lot of studying on the content creation side of things, being successful on Twitch, being successful on Twitter, being successful on Instagram. Like I've been digging into a lot of this stuff. And one of the strategies, the business strategies that they talk about in the content creation world, but it's a business strategy as a whole, is coming up together. And what that means is, if you're trying to grow in anything in life, you're trying to get better at working out, you're trying to get better at eating healthy, you're trying to get better at a particular game, you're trying to get better as a content creator, they suggest finding people who are in a similar place as you, right? Who also are wanting to grow, and you come up together, you all collectively get better at the thing at the same time. And so I think there is an insane amount of value into gathering people who want to get better at poker and collectively getting better as a community, getting better as a group. Now, that group, if you look back at the target audience, needs to be people who want to have fun playing poker. So if they're going to take all the fun out of it by being that one guy in the room that has all the answers and is just telling everybody they're wrong and they suck, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what we're looking for. Like, that's not really a good fit for our community. There's plenty of places where people can go and do that, right? Twitch is a big world, lots of options, but for us, we want people that want to get better, but like they want to have fun doing it, and it's not going to become such a serious grind. Like, most of you guys already have full-time jobs or part-time jobs. You already have other responsibilities in your life. The last thing you need is another group where you're going to come in and spend 15 to 20 hours a week feeling like you're just getting beat over the head with data and memorization and boring crap, right? Like, how do we come together as a community and learn? Let me catch up on chat. Dennis says, I like to hear about position play in comparison with big blind stacks. That's a good topic we could talk about. Maybe one day we can make a collaborative HUD. That sounds like a lot of work. It's probably taken me a better part of a year to semi-speak poker fluidly, and I still struggle. Yeah. Just start with ranges by position and ease into pot odds, implied odds. Yeah, so it's cool. So this week, so tomorrow, we're doing our topic on c-betting. Actually, next Tuesday, we're going to do a thing on opening ranges, and I've got a really cool infographic I've worked on that actually really simplifies the whole thinking about ranges prospect that I think is going to help you guys a lot. So we are going to cover some of those topics, and with every topic, the goal, I think, is I just want to stress the simple. Like, the goal is not to try and get super fancy. The goal is not to get complex. The goal is not to teach you everything about a topic. The goal is, let's break this down to the simplest thing possible so you know you can do something that is going to have a positive impact that you can easily remember. And then if you choose in your own poker journey to get better at that and get into some more advanced topics, we can give you guys resources and point you in directions to get better at those things. But we want to keep the game simple so it's fun. We want to have fun doing it. What's up, McCurdy? Good to see you in chat. Just to have to come up with a basic list of typical hands and situations that happen commonly when playing, and then make a list of the basic rules of the game. Maybe come up with a dozen or more situations. Yeah, so the next item I have on this list actually is use Discord. It's interesting. Outside of Twitch Poker, like, big streamers live by Discord. Like, gaming streamers, like, think that Discord is the greatest thing in the world. And if you've ever been a part of a Discord in Twitch Poker, you know that most of the Discords are dead as doornails. It's like, and I'm guilty of this too. It's like, hey, we post an announcement every couple of days. Maybe somebody posts a screenshot once in a while. Maybe people occasionally ask a hand history question. But a vast majority of the poker, like, Discords are horrible. And so now that we're in a spot where you guys could just copy, again, exclamation BP, you guys could just copy the emote to get it to work. Now we're in a spot where like we can start to build this community. It's like we can start to do some of these things, you know, be able to take situations and post them in Discord throughout the day. Like I want to get better about that. I want to take hands that I get in and just like have a channel, and we're going to pop this in and like let people talk about it. I don't see a reason why we can't keep Discord going when things slow down or kill or die on the stream. Like we can keep this community going beyond just when the live button is going and we're rocking in. Yeah, Kristen, you don't have to be a sub to enter. You're good. Just copy and paste. But yeah, I'll figure something out. So I definitely want to get our Discord growing. There's some things I can do with that. Like I said, I'm gonna come up with some ways to both. Sorry, one second. Wife's calling me, just making sure everything's okay. I want to come up with some ways that we can both like have just images of hands and say like, what would you do in the spot? And also like have videos of like a hand playing out. Like I know that Poker Tracker 4 can, you know, put out videos. And so I can take an entire hand, put it out, and ask you guys what you guys think about the situation or whatnot. So that's really, really good. I think that if there are other ideas you guys have, I want to hear, like, what do you guys think will help Discord be more effective as a tool? Yeah, we've got a poker strategy channel. Or we did. Hand review. We've got a hand review channel, and maybe we change the name of it to Poker Strategy or whatever. I mean, that's easy enough to do. And I can put this up a little bit higher in the thing so that we kind of have it a little bit easier to understand. Oops, that's interesting. So we've got that. If people want to use it, obviously I have to start using it. Like that's a big part of this is starting with me, right? And me using it more. You can write it out, Gravy Train. But I think that we like if you guys want to get better, and again, I don't mean get better like school. I don't mean get better like you got to put 30 hours into this. I just mean like as it's convenient, as you have time, in ways that are easy to do. Like if we can just help people take a baby step here or there, right? Like the game is more fun when you win. The game is more fun when you feel like you know what you're doing. And so helping people take steps, whether that's steps 1 and 2 or steps 101 and 1 or steps 5,000 and 5,001, just helping people take those steps forward, I think would be really, really good. So be thinking about more ways that we can use Discord on the educational side. I've also got some ideas on the entertainment side and some other things that we want to do to kind of make that more successful. Another way that we're going to like rock this is the weekly study sessions, right? So we're going to try and do a hand history review on stream once a week. We're going to be doing topical streams, and that's what tomorrow is. So let me talk about a little bit about what tomorrow is, right? So tomorrow we're going to hop on stream and I'm going to pull this infographic up. And this infographic is just going to be a one-page, like, let me give you an example. Let me see if I can find one for a video game, because this is like all the rage. League of Legends Champions. Let's see if we can find it here. Infographic. Right, so like this happens all the time in gaming. Where people will put together a graphic that's like visually easy to see and organizes the information and allows you to understand. So like here for League of Legends, they're like, here's some comparisons of the champions, and they'll show you the different types of champions, and they just give you a strength and a weakness. And like these things, people do these all the time in gaming. You don't see these in poker. And so like tomorrow I've got one for C betting, right? That's just going to make the idea of continuation betting really simple, really organized, really visual, something you can save, you can print out, you can just keep it on your desktop, whatever, right? And we're just going to go through that graphic. And my hope is that not only can we use that graphic to help you guys, but like we can get it out on Twitter, we can get it out on Insta, we can get other people looking at it, and it can be a way to bring other people who, again, target audience, right? People who want to have fun playing poker, we can attract more of those people in. Like, we want to reach that crowd. So, like, that's a big part of the infographic. But we'll go into the stream. We'll talk about the infographic. I'll teach you guys how to use it. I'll get you guys comfortable with it, right? And then we're going to take that and we're going to have, there may be some questions. We'll interact with you guys, kind of get your thoughts. And then we're going to go into some hands. And we're going to pull up, like, specifically, like, C-betting spots, right? And we're going to give you guys a chance as a community with me to kind of go through some spots and actually use the infographic on stream and kind of see, like, what would I do here? Oh, this makes sense. What would I do here? Oh, this makes sense. And you guys will get a little bit of experience with that. And then the hope is, again, we don't have to do that for 12 hours. We can do that for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Kind of get the vibe is how chat goes. But you guys get that, and you're like, man, I feel good about C-betting now. And it makes you want to play, right? And it makes the game more fun. And now you see these spots coming up when you're playing later in the week, and you're like, I know what to do here. I've never tried this before. I can try this new cool thing. It's like another little tool in your Swiss Army knife, and the game starts to be more fun for you guys, right? And I think we can do that on a weekly basis. And if we're just taking one topic a week and getting a little bit better at that, like through weekly study sessions, then I think everybody will kind of start to have more fun in the game and they'll start to grow. With that, I also think, like, there's some people that can't always catch every stream. Obviously, people have things going on. You know, we stream a lot during the day because it's a really sweet time spot where we get a lot of you guys to stay consistently. But some people have to work during the day. Some people, like, maybe they're lurking, but they can't pay attention. So, like, being able to take these sessions and put them on YouTube is huge for us because YouTube is one of the ways we get discovered that brings new people in. And again, if you missed it, or maybe you were a part of the stream, but you want to go back and you're like, man, I forgot some stuff, or man, I wanted to dig deeper into this and Rob went too fast. Now you can go back to the YouTube and you can, like, rewatch it, right? Everything will be there on our YouTube channel, exclamation YouTube in chat if you're not following it right now. And you guys can, like, you guys are going to have a completely free resource to help you round out your game. And just imagine if we do this, if we commit to doing this once a week through the rest of the year, there's about 38 weeks left in the year. Think about what kind of, like, well-rounded, like, training program you're going to have absolutely for free just by us doing it as a community. McCurdy says that's a really, really good idea. So, yes, copying, pasting is the easiest way to do it. So that's another one of the ways that we're going to do that. And then kind of like a last personal goal I have is just to bridge the gap between starting out and elite training sites. Because again, I think that elite training sites have insane value. What you can get from Ryan LaPlante's site for $40 a month is a steal. Like, his hourly coaching is more than $40. Like, I think it's, I want to say like $100, $150 an hour to be coached by him. And he's like taking his coaching sessions that people are paying $100, $150 an hour for, recording them. And there's a whole series of them that you can watch for $40 a month. You can't get better value than that. I really, truly believe that. I'm not just saying that as an affiliate. But if you're new to the game, or some of the more complex concepts of the game are really hard for you to grasp, then a lot of what you're going to hear in there is going to be overwhelming. And so even though there's a lot of value to what's in there, you specifically might struggle with that value. And so it's like, how do we bridge that gap and get people to that point so that, again, if they want to, some people don't want to, and that is okay. It is perfectly okay for you to say, you know what, I play poker for fun. I don't take it that seriously. I don't want to be a great player. Nothing wrong with that. But like, if you do get to that point where you're like, man, I kind of do want to get better. Maybe I want to take a shot at being a pro someday, or maybe I want to take a shot at being a winning player, whatever it is. Like, I want us to be the one-stop shop for, like, here's how we get you the foundation you need to go be and raise your edge or learn pro poker or whatever you want to be in. There's so many training programs, tournament poker edge, whatever. Like, we're going to get you guys started so you guys can take that next step. And we're going to do it in fun ways. We're going to do it in simple ways. We're going to do it in ways that don't stress you out and allow you guys to, again, we want to target people who want to have fun playing poker, and we want to make that poker experience on Twitch in real life better. So thoughts on all that? That's kind of the education piece of this that I think is important for what we want to do the rest of the year. It's going to be a foundation of what we do. It's going to be a foundation of our schedule. How do you guys feel about that? Gravy Train's fired up. People are digging that. Cool. So that's one part. And you guys can keep noodling on those as you guys have extra notes. So the second way we're going to do it, entertainment, right? I think we've done pretty good on the entertainment side so far. So, couple things. Here's one idea I have that I definitely need your guys' feedback on. And it's a subscriber achievement program. And that sounds absolutely not entertaining at all. So first thing we need to do is come up with a absolutely better way to name this. Dennis says, as long as it's interactive and fun, but first, thank you for taking the time to help others. That's priceless. Yeah, like I believe we love this game. We have to invest in this game. And I'm going to be careful saying this because I think it could be controversial, but I just want to say this. I think that there are some pros who think that the entire poker industry is about them. All the perks, all the benefits, everything should be about them, and they're the center of the universe, and nobody else matters. And I disagree. I think poker is about the dream and the opportunity for anything to happen. I think it's about the bigger community, and in a way, I want to take the game back from those pros and give it to the people. And it sounds cheesy, and I don't want it to sound cheesy, but just I have a vision for just like this game is healthy when the people who play it for fun enjoy themselves. That's when the game is at its best. Not when pro John Dick on Twitter, who plays the high rollers, screams at everybody because things aren't exactly the way he wants. That's not hashtag good for poker. Hashtag good for poker is getting everybody up in here and making sure that everybody has an enjoyable experience. Everybody has fun playing the game. It is a game. It is a game. It should be fun. Nobody likes playing Monopoly with the guy who screams and throws things and yells at you every time you land on his property, right? We want to make the game more fun. So, subscriber achievement program. We're gonna age ourselves here. I want you guys to take a look at this. How many of you guys know what this is? Speak up in chat if you know what these are right here. McBond says Girl Scouts. Ava Seed says stickers. McCurdy says no idea. Gravy Train says patches. They are patches, but what are they patches of? Hell's Angels? So, let's go back to 1982, okay? Some of you newer gamers out here weren't even born yet. There was a console, a video game console, known as the Atari 2600, okay? Here's what it looked like. This was video gaming in 1982, right? It was this hideous 70s style brown fake wood, like this was gaming, right? These kids don't know about Pitfall. Like, there was an on-off switch. There was a color versus black and white. Like, if you had a black and white TV, because that was still a thing in 1982. Like, there was a you could literally go into black and white mode, game select and game reset, and look at all the buttons on this controller. One button, guys. One button and a joystick. Dennis had one, right? So the way these patches worked is for like 30 or 40 of the games they had on the Atari 2600, if you got to a certain score, you got one of these, like, you would take a screenshot of the score and you would send it to them, and they would mail you one of these patches. And back in the early 80s, people went bonkers for these things. Everybody wanted to get the best patches. And so there was literally, like, you can go back and look. Like, there was a list of all the patches you could get and, like, what scores you had to get. And it took the game to a whole nother level. Yeah, you had to take, like, a Polaroid picture. Yeah, not a screenshot, right? Like, some of the games, like, they had different, like, scores that you could get. You could get multiple different patches for getting the better scores. Some of them were, like, achievements, like how fast you could do things. People loved these things, right? People loved these things. And so I had two thoughts about this. The first thought is, I don't think people get to experience enough success in poker. Okay? And I can say that because as a guy that plays professionally and plays mostly full time, I have weeks where even though I'm playing 60 hours a week, I don't experience enough success in poker, right? So if I'm playing 60 hours a week and I'm not experiencing enough success in poker, then how often are the people who play 10 hours a week or 5 hours a week or 1 day a week experiencing success in poker? They aren't, right? Like, you can go 6 months without experience, because especially people that play tournaments, like, so much of our success is wound up in winning a tournament, and winning a tournament is so freaking hard. It's so freaking hard. You can come to a final table and be the best player at the table and still not win that tournament a good percentage of the time because there's variance and randomness involved and things just happen, right? So, like, how do we come up with some achievements that make the game fun and allow people to experience some success separate from I have to win a tournament to experience it, right? And I don't have, like, a laundry list of, like, things that could make that cool. Like, I have some rough ideas, but this is where, like, I need to hear from you guys. I mean, we could do some things like cashing certain tournaments, I guess, but maybe it's something like the first time you get quads, or the first time you get a full house, or the first time you get a straight. I don't know. Like, this is where I want you guys to start brainstorming and start bringing your ideas together, because I think if we can come up with some cool achievements and we can come up with some simple prizes that don't break the bank, then I think it'd be really cool for, like, all of our subs and all of our, like, loyal VIPs and whatnot to be able to say, like, here's the 12 things you're shooting for in 2020, and here are some cool little accolades you can earn that we'll send you for getting them. You know, again, makes the game more fun. What do you guys think? Gravy Train says, bring back the patches, then you put them on the jean jacket. Dude, that would be awesome, right? Like the jean jacket with the sleeves rolled up, like with the really big buttons on them. Days are definitely up and down. Weeks and months, you really see a difference. Years, you could see a big difference. Yeah. The percentage of making it deep at 50% is the good feeling of achievement. So yeah, please. Need to build something with gamification in mind. I like that. So for those of you guys that don't know what gamification is the idea of taking a series of tasks that you need to get done and turning it into a game, like creating awards and prizes that that kind of gives it a game-like feel, right? And so you incentivize people to take things that maybe are less fun and make them more fun by making it feel like a game. So what kinds of things like would be fun achievements, and what, like, would you guys want patches or magnets or, like, I mean, it can't be something that costs like we can't do like trophies and be sending like 30 trophies to everybody a month. Like, it would get like insane. But like, what are just like some little cool things that would make you guys feel like you accomplished something? Avoseed says gamification, 2 tiers of point systems. First is competitions to build points. Second is to achieve achievements outside of the competitions on the stream. For example, bankroll building challenges, consecutive victories. Okay. What's up, Benny the Jet? Have a list of achievements, complete all of the above, and earn a PokerPastor sticker for your laptop. I actually have some PokerPastor stickers somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I think I've got some decals. That's kind of cool. So are you guys thinking more along the lines of like having like a series? It sounds like you guys are thinking more like, here is your 10 objectives, and if you get to your 10 objectives, then you earn something, versus like each objective being earning something. Once points reach, people can redeem badges. Like, I want it to be something, like, the reason the patches felt cool is because it's just something that, I mean, it's cheap. And I don't want to say cheap like we're just trying to, like, go the cheapest route possible. But it's an affordable way to show kind of some achievement accomplishment that you can look at and feel good about, right? I don't expect people to take their, you know, PokerPastor, made a final table of this tournament badge and, like, wear it to a live poker tournament or anything like that. Like, it's not something like that. Yeah, so Benny the Jet, we're talking about our goals for the stream in 2020 and kind of like finalizing our brand for the rest of the year. And we're talking about how our goal is to target people who really want to have fun playing poker, make the poker experience on Twitch in real life better and more entertaining. And we're just talking about ways to do that. We spent the first part of the stream talking about education and how we're going to, use education, not complex education, but try to make the game simple for people so that they can have a few more tools at their disposal and enjoy playing the game more. And now we're talking about the entertainment side. How do we make the game more entertainment? And we're in this idea of this subscriber like achievements program where subs can, like, they can have a series of accomplishments they can reach, because let's be honest, in tournament poker, we don't get to feel successful very often. We don't get to win very often. So what are some other things that we can do that can kind of allow us to feel like we're accomplishing something, and maybe have some cheap little prizes or some badges or some patches or something that just kind of makes them feel like they've gotten an accolade? Can do like medals like the Olympics. Those are not too bad. Then make them take a picture you could post on the site wearing it. I like the idea of like whatever accomplishments we get, like getting pictures of people with them, because I think that at first that like tweeting out a picture of, hey, here's so and so with their badge or whatever, like makes them feel good. But it also, again, it's another way to reach out and find like-minded people, like the people that are like, this is kind of cool, right? Like the people, like, let's just say Dennis, right? Who's been like really involved in the community over this year and has always been really positive and encouraging and fun to be around. Like Dennis gets his patch for, I'm just going to come with something simple. Like he cashed the, the Sunday $5 10K or $6 10K or whatever it is on ACR, and he's got his patch, and Dennis takes a picture of him holding his little like I made this accomplishment patch. The people that go through Twitter and they're like, that's so stupid, we don't want him here. Like, good, you think it's stupid, don't show up. Like, go to some other stream and enjoy your boring way of playing poker and screaming at each other and, having a competition to talk about who knows the most poker knowledge and who's better and who has a deeper theory of GTF. You go have fun somewhere else. But the people that look at that and like, dude, that's cool, I want to do, those are the people we want. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a, I don't know what I would call it. Like it attracts the right people and it deters the wrong people. Because we don't want that attitude here. If you take the game so seriously that you can't just sit down with a group of people and have a good time, GTFO. I mean, I hate to sound so douchey about it, but like, this is what we want. Poker Gopher, I have got a box. Actually, Label Guy was so nice 2 years ago, back when we were streaming, came up with an entire package of like poker chips and stickers and decals. I have it here. I moved some stuff around when I reorganized the basement for my parents while they're traveling for the year. I actually got a whole bunch of stuff done for them. So I need to figure out where I put it. But I've got it here. I'll find it. I'll find out all the stuff I have, and I'll let you guys know. So we need to do some more thinking through. I'm going to move this to the next page. We need to do some more thinking it through, like what types of achievements we want and what the prizes should be. But it sounds like you guys are down with the concept, right? Anybody have any concerns with the concept? Okay, so cool. People are down with that. So, again, exclamation doc in chat. If you guys want to pull this doc up yourself, you guys can look at it. You guys can keep adding to that while I keep going here. But let's be thinking about that and how we can do that. So the next thing that's going to be a big thing, hopefully, is whole game with prizes and awards. Now, I got to find a host, and I'm working on this aggressively. I don't have one yet, so this may be something that we have to push off till down the road. But we'll see. Like, I'm going to work to this. But I want to show you guys something here. So back when I was streaming in 2018, we had a home game through ACR Stormers. Devin Nash is rocking. One of the guys that I watch religiously. Let me go to, it's going to be under clips, I think. So one of the things we did with our home game, and it was some work, so I would need to feel confident that, oops, this is not what I want. This is cool. I didn't even know this existed, actually. So one of the things we did is we actually did a full broadcast style. So this is like from 2 years ago, and I'm sure we could probably do this better, but you're going to notice like we actually made it look like we were doing a poker broadcast of the home game and made people feel like they were on TV. Like I dressed up in a shirt and tie. Sexy beard. Arr. Yeah, now and we had like infographics for people. St. Louis, Missouri, kind of from my neck of the woods. He's left-handed, always a problem when you're playing online poker. Has a cat named McGruber. Loves people with beards, and I guess what are beards for you? The harumph. So meet me at the Star, a guy who has had some deep runs in the home games before. Another guy we're going to be as an opportunity to go deep. Now we're getting him in 18. Keep them coming. Get your friends in this game. Look, this is the meet right. Me at the Star is this was like. This was no small feat. Like, I'm not going to, like, downplay this. This was some work. But if people really jived with that and really liked it, like, that's something we could look at doing again. The PokerPastor bracelets, I was in Zazie Dumpling's stream about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he had one on. Like, I gave PokerPastor bracelets to all the winners. It was like winning a bracelet, like a World Series of Poker bracelet. And he had it on. Like, it had been 2.5 years since he'd won that tournament. He was still wearing the bracelet. It blew my mind. Like, I don't know. Like, it's interesting. Like, I think that, I think it's something we could consider. If people liked it. It was definitely a lot of fun to get people in. You know, we had a leaderboard. We had like a tournament of champions. We did all that stuff. To make it work, we got to get the game first. But if you guys think that that broadcast style would be a lot of fun, it's something we could consider doing. Again, I've got the tools. I've got the green screen. I'm not super excited about getting dressed up. But hey, you know, maybe I don't have to get dressed up. Maybe I can be like the casual poker broadcaster. Sounds like people would be interested in that. Like, that could be a cool thing. It's one of the real cool things about it was a cool way, like, the player spotlights was a cool way to get to know some newer people in the community. Like, people would come in, be like, hey, fill out this questionnaire, throw us a picture of you, something, doing something, whatever. And it kind of, like, helped people connect a little bit more. Use a formal clothing filter. Use Discord. Yeah. Like the getting the information is not the hard part. It's just we have like a lot of animating to do and whatnot. But again, like I've done those things before, so like we could do those again. Do you guys like leaderboards? I go back and forth on leaderboards. Like I think on one side it motivates people to play the games consistently. On the other side, you ever been a part, like it sucks when like you join a leaderboard like halfway through and then like there's no point. Like, you know, you can't win the leaderboard because it's been going. So, like, I think if we did leaderboards, I'd want to keep it short, maybe like monthly or something so that people, like, don't feel left out. And then, you know, we've got awards things to think about. Like, again, I kind of like the PokerPastor bracelets. I just think that's kind of cool to win a bracelet. But I know that this, like, I know some people are going to be like, well, that's stupid. And maybe that's just people that we don't include. But I like to do something, like, for the same reason, I want people to feel like they're accomplishing something on the regular. Less load on your end. Yeah, I think that's important. I definitely think that that's important. Not overwhelming myself. But I've learned a lot over the last 2.5 years too. So even though it was a lot of work, I think that I think I could condense a lot of that work now. Like with what I've learned about animation and video, like I think there's a lot of things I could do to make the process simpler and faster. I think leaderboard is important so we can know where we stand. Yeah. Like as long as it's short. Like some people they'll do like 6-month leaderboard competitions and it's like if you weren't there for the first month, you're already so far behind that it sucks. So I think as long as they're short, I think they're good. Similar to how you shout out other Stormer streams, do shout outs for people's Twitter. I don't stream, but would love more followers. Yeah. I like that. Like being able to put some people's social media in the spotlights would be cool. Tagging people who win the home games, right? And getting exposure that way. It's cool. I was looking at my tweet yesterday for the schedule for the week. Got 1,100 impressions. So the stuff I'm putting out there does get people's attention. It is bomb pot time. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to run this bomb pot and then I'm going to come back. We'll talk more about this stuff. Thanks everybody. Super appreciate you guys being connected. We'll be back in a few.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bomb Pots. In a moment, we're going to choose 8 lucky contestants. Each will get dealt 2 whole cards. We'll deal all 5 cards to the board one at a time, and whichever one of you has the best hand at the end will be the winner. So good luck to everybody, and don't worry, if you didn't get selected, there's always next time. All right, let's choose our contestants. right, everyone, let's shuffle up and deal. Okay, let's take a look at the first card. And now let's turn over the second card. Let's complete the flop. It's time for the turn card. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. It all comes down to this. Win or lose, the river card will determine all. Flip over the river card. Okay, that is it for our bomb pot. Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations to the winner. If you didn't win this time, remember there will be more chances, so stick around the stream. You never know when another bomb pot is going to drop. But that's it for me. We're signing out. We'll be back from the break in just a bit and back to the poker action.
Thanks for letting me know. This is why no delay poker should always exist, because you guys would have had to wait 3 minutes for me to figure that out if we were in delay. Welcome back. We're talking about the goals, setting in our brand, setting our plan in for the rest of 2020 here, locking in on what we're going to be and what our identity is going to be. And we talked about how our target audience is people who want to have fun playing poker. We want to reach that audience by making the poker experience on Twitch and in real life when people are playing poker away from the stream better and more fun. And we're talking about some ways to do that. We talked about education and how we can make the game simpler for people and how like we can collectively come up together and get better at the game together. That's a big thing. And we're talking about entertainment. And so now I want to get to a topic here, which is giveaways. So I think we have a bomb pot problem in 2 ways. Okay. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts about it. I don't want to get rid of bomb pots, but we may have to make some changes or some adjustments moving forward to be successful. The first problem is as the stream gets bigger, bomb pots become more challenging. Okay? Because playing in a bomb pot with 20 people and having an 8 out of 20 or a 4 in 10, 40% chance of getting in a bomb pot is really cool. Playing in a bomb pot with 120 people and feeling like you got a snowball's chance in hell of actually getting in isn't near as much fun, right? And so there's a scalability problem there to where eventually it's going to be less and less fun because the odds of getting in are going to be harder. There also isn't a direct lateral growth in the prizes based on the size of the stream. It's true, like, as the stream gets bigger, we have more budget for prizes, so the prizes can get better, but it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not like at 50 people, the prizes are what they are now, and then at 100 people we can double the prizes, and then at 200 people we can double it again. Like, because not everybody subs, not everybody does things, and so like it's hard to keep the excitement level lateral with the growth of the stream. Does that make sense? So we're gonna have to figure some things out there. Like, one of the things with marbles is that, like, when marbles when you play marbles, it's hard to win, but everybody gets the experience. Like, there's 100 people in there playing the marbles, and so everybody gets the feeling of seeing their name on the stream a lot. And we're not doing marbles. I'm not bringing up marbles. We are not doing marbles on stream. I'm not suggesting that at all. But, like, I'm just saying, like, we're going to have to think about some things with that. The other challenge is keeping chat engaged, right? Like, because with 100 people typing bomb pod or putting the emote in chat, like, every 2 minutes, like, we just end up with this wall of bomb pot stuff in chat. And if you're a new user and you just come into the stream for the first time and you're like checking out the stream, you just see all these people spamming bomb pot. You're like, what the hell is that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then it feels weird saying hi, and then maybe you do say hi in chat, but so many people are typing stuff in, nobody sees it, and so then you feel left out. Like, it's a barrier for new users getting in and getting involved in the stream. So I don't want to get rid of them. I think that they are amazing. I don't plan on getting rid of them. But there are some things we may need to do, right? Like, we may need to make it to where if you make it to the table, you can't make it to the table more than once for the rest of the stream. But then people lose the excitement there. Maybe it's new followers automatically get a seat at the table. I don't know. Like, I don't have any good answers to these things. Like, and it may be that we have to kind of take the chat part of it out, might be another option. Like, maybe I have to find a way to tap in and get the list of viewers in chat and do it that way. Is it possible to make it based on chat activity? Yeah, possibly. Like, yes and no. So in and of itself, yes. Like, it's not hard to monitor chat and keep up with who's being active, but then you're kind of incentivizing people to just type stupid crap in chat, right? And it's a lot harder to monitor, like, okay, what chat is actually people chatting and being engaged in the stream, and what is just people spamming stuff to try and get max tickets? Because there's definitely going to be, again, those people who are just trying to win money and they bring nothing else to the stream than to just, like, try to win money. And I'm not saying, like, if you want to come in and try to win, you have to sub or anything like that. I just mean, like, if literally you're never, ever going to be a part of the stream other than just the giveaways, then, like, if a big part of the giveaways is spamming chat, then it just kind of, like, waters down the whole thing. No, and absolutely for sure. But Dennis, you've been involved in lots of ways, right? Like, you tweet things and you do things, and, like, I it's never going to be something like, I don't look at people and, like, well, how much has this person been involved? Like, I don't look on that macro level or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with lurking in the stream. I'm just saying that there are those people who. What's up, McCurdy? Thanks for the follow. Like, I just mean, like, there's people who are. Like, there's a difference between the person that comes in and says good morning and then enters the bomb pod and lurks, and the person that literally, like, will never say a word in chat other than bomb pod, right? Like, they're gaming the system. They're not really interested in the stream. Like, I could be streaming chess. I could be streaming my wall, and they would be here for the bomb pot and nothing else. Where, like, there are people here, you could be lurking, but you're here for the bomb pots. You love the bomb pots. It's totally okay. But you're also here because there's something more that you want to be a part of, right? 1 entry per hour. We could do that. I mean, originally when we moved to 10 minutes, it was because and ultimately, you can't stop people from gaming the system. There's just no way. But, like, when we first did it, it was once per hour, and we would see people come in at 54 after the hour, and our viewership would double. We'd go from, like, 20 to, like, 40 viewers at 11:54, And then at 12:01 when the bomb pot was over, we'd go back to 20. And then we'd go back up to 40 at 12:54, and then back to like everybody was coming in at the last second and entering because they knew it when it was coming. And so that's why we went to the every 10 minutes, because I wanted to reward the people that were here, you know? So I think maybe getting to the point where we don't have to enter the commands in chat is probably the way we need to go. And maybe it is just looking at the viewer list in chat. I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how we can go about it. I'll start looking into that, but I just don't think I think the bomb pots are awesome. I just think we're going to have to make a few changes to make them more successful. One thing I've thought about doing too, I'd be curious to hear you guys' thoughts on, is would it be more fun to have littler prizes or like have satellites to a bigger prize, right? Like I've thought about doing something. What's up, Mickey? Good to see you, buddy. Thought about doing something where like maybe there's like qualifiers for a while, right? And you play qualifiers, and then all the qualifiers get to play like almost like a tournament, and like saving up a bigger prize that you can earn tickets to versus just like straight playing. Random idea, what about bomb pot stake giveaways and keeping up with the winners throughout the stream to sweat them? Yeah, we could do that. I would want to reach out to some people that have been doing stakes to get more information on what their experiences have been. The only thing I don't like about stakes is when people get screwed. So like if it's a stake where the money comes back to me and then I can choose to do extra things with the money, like give that money away, that's fine. I remember there was a story one time, I don't remember who it was or what stream it was a while back, but somebody did a thing where like there was a stake and like other people got, like there were like 6 contestants and whoever won got the stake, but then the other contestants got a percentage of that guy, and then that guy cashed for like $600 and split. And so all those people got screwed. You know, like I don't want anything like that to be a possibility. So I wouldn't want to do like this guy wins a stake and the other 7 people are invested, and then like if they run, like if people get screwed, I want me to be the one that's screwed, not everybody. Maybe take the chat list and do a random draw and then limit the amount of times a player can play. Yeah, like we could definitely do something to where I would hate too though, like somebody wins and then they just don't, or like they make it to the table and they leave the stream for the rest of the day. I don't know. And again, we don't have to get all of these things sorted out today. But like I want to try to come up with what's best for the community. And I think where we're at right now, they work perfect. They're perfect, right? 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 people get in. You have a decent chance of getting in. We run 4 or 5 a stream, depending on how long the stream is. There's a decent chance of people winning it. Like, it's at a good balance. But I just know as we grow, like, nobody's going to want a 100 to 1 chance at winning $3 or $5 or $8. Like, that's just not going to be exciting enough for people. Tie it back to the player profile in Discord. Give some benefit back to your stream to content. Yep, I like that. One thing we did do that was really cool, we did a staking army on a Sunday. We actually put 50 people, back then it was the 551K or 10K. We put 50 people in that tournament, and that was a lot of fun. It'd be cool to do something like that again at some point. So again, these are things to think about. So the third way that I want to kind of like, yeah, Mickey was around for the broadcasted home games. Like, he remembers all the old school stuff we did that we want to bring back. Through community is the third one. We talked a little bit about community earlier, but like, I just want to stress this again. Like, how do we engage new users and make them feel welcome? So when we do get those people who come into chat and they're the kind of people we're trying to target, people who want to have fun playing poker, that we want to make the poker experience. But how do we engage them in a way that makes them feel welcome in the community, that gets them to want to stick around and come back? B-Bell says, keeping it real, personally, I deposit, but giveaways are fun and make things interesting, but the same folks win numerous times in all the streams. It's a sales tactic to get viewers to stream, even with a tilt towards sub-random is random. Yeah, they are. Hookers. Let's hit KB up. He can get us strippers. What's up, T-Law2222? Thank you for the follow. So, B-Bells, are you saying that, yeah, I knew KB would have us. Are you saying that, like, that the winning is not dispersed enough? Like, too many of the same people are consistently winning? Keep one of the Google Docs open for every stream. Let us document our progress for you to track. Yeah, I like that. Like, anytime we're going to do this format, I want to have a doc up. This, like, works really well for, like, the YouTube videos, too. Like, for people to kind of watch and engage. Multitasking some. I'm lurking. Hope all well. Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're having some really good discussion today about the rest of the year. I mean, I can't do anything about the RNG. I mean, other than, like, I can tell you that our RNG is set up. I mean, it's as random can be. But that's why we talked earlier about, like, the sub achievement program and some of the other things we're going to do that aren't just giveaway focused, that people will have some more control over. Genny, there is a whole bunch of YouTube videos coming out this week. A whole bunch. So, like, this, what we're doing right now is going to be on YouTube later today. So everything you missed at the beginning, you'll be able to see it. I have 3 or 4 YouTube videos coming out this week about streaming, how to set up no delay, how to do, like, how to make your own emotes, how to create your own infographics on Twitter, a whole bunch of, like, technical stuff coming out. Tomorrow's session on c-betting is going to be on Twitch. Like, we got a lot of stuff coming out on YouTube. I actually did 2 weeks worth of content yesterday. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. So, like, I want us to find some creative ways to make new users feel more welcome. Some of that can be done on stream. Like, we can do some better things for people to follow the stream. Some of that can be, like, for example, you know, Geek has the thing where, like, when someone follows the stream, the little slot machine comes up. Things like that would be really cool. More things that encourage viewers to contribute and participate. The ARG was really cool for that. Yeah, so the goal with, like, establishing this time of day as a consistent stream is that it'll open up weekends to where, like, we can pick a weekend in the future and run an ARG that won't affect this stream. Like, one of the downsides to the ARG is it hurt our numbers a little bit because there were some people that just didn't like it, and it kind of disrupted our consistency. So, like, moving forward, like, we're going to try and stay consistent with the daytime poker streams, but then we can pick some, like, evenings and weekends to do some more ARG stuff in the future. I actually know what the next topic for the one is going to be. And I've started doing some preliminary writing for it, but we're probably a month or 2 out. It's going to kind of depend on what happens with coronavirus and the World Series and whatnot. But with before the summer, we will do another one of those. It'll just be done in a way that doesn't conflict with what we're doing here. So I want us to keep thinking about this. We need to find some ways to make our new users feel more engaged. We want to, as a community, if we can get people, and again, some of this comes down to making Discord work better. But if we can get people to push people towards Discord, where we can, like, cultivate that relationship even further when we're not on stream, I think that's really, really good. Hey, thanks for the sub to the YouTube channel. Super appreciated. Are you still not getting it, Mickey? Geek was having the same problem. I'm not sure, but I can hard code you in on that. My apologies. We were never able to figure it out. It was really weird. Geek had the exact same problem. And you and Geek are the only two I know of that have had that issue. Where is it? But I'll hard code you into the system. Maybe it is. Does Geek have a founder badge? That's possible. World Series of Poker main event stake giveaway. Come on, live a little. I mean, that's like 20x my bankroll right now. That'd be a little hard to do. Like right now, running the numbers, I'm basically giving away on bomb pots everything I'm getting in. Like my Twitch revenue and my bomb pot revenue, or like what I'm giving out on bomb pots, like basically I'm breaking even, which is fine. Like that's reinvesting in the stream is normal. That's not something I'm complaining about. But I couldn't and that's why I'm saying like as the stream grows, like I can grow the prizes some, but I can't just it's not like doubling in viewers to 100 like doubles my Twitch income, and that allows me to double what I'm giving away. Yeah, we set it to 20 minutes. We didn't want chat to get over spammed because we're having this important discussion, and I want you guys engaged in chat and giving us feedback and whatnot. So, but yeah, Mickey, I'll get you added into the hard coded. Sorry about that. So let's be thinking about how to make users more welcome. That's an important thing. And then another thing, I got to keep harping on this Discord. What are other things we can use? What are the uses for Discord are there? Like some of the ideas I had, like watch parties, like, all of us hopping in voice during a UFC fight, or maybe like a big basketball game. Maybe we watch like the NCAA tournament. I don't know. Gaming interests, like people that want to play games together. Like, can we start getting some people that want to, whether they want to play Fortnite or Apex Legends? I'm not very good at the first person streams. Grinding together in voice is another one. Like, what are some ways that we can make Discord more of a community beyond just like poker stuff? Yeah, Gamer Dad, we've tried to do the voice chat during the stream thing, like where people can be in voice chat and on the stream. And the problem is that like once you get above about 3 or 4 people, it really starts to take away from the stream. It's hard for people to understand who's talking, what's going on. And then you get to a point where it's like you have to start telling people no. And so it's like, well, we let these 3 people in, but you can't come in. And then it just starts to turn into an exclusive thing. People get their feelings hurt. And so you either end up with a stream where like it's too much chaos and people can't understand what's going on, or people feel left out. So I try not to do the I try not to do like the open invitation, everybody can come in voice and be on the stream at the same time, because it gets to be overwhelming. We are starting a podcast on Friday, and one of the things I want to do, like we're going to be bringing in some cool guests and some bigger guests, but I also want to bring in some of you. Like I think it'd be cool to bring some of you guys on a weekly basis and bring you guys in. So maybe that's a way we can get some of you guys in on that front. B-Bells, I mean, again, like, I can't tell you anything other than, like, I programmed it myself. It's 100% random. That's all I can tell you. Try something interactive where you have to earn entry tickets. In Discord? What do you mean, Poker Life? Sweating each other in Discord, I think, would be cool. I mean, again, some of it is I got to spend more time in Discord, so some of this is on me for sure. Like I gotta come up with I gotta get more interactive in Discord and be more diligent about posting content in there and being in there. But like part of being more diligent in there is I don't want to just be diligent in there and spend time in there for spending time's sake. I wanted to do it in ways that you guys will actually enjoy and appreciate. So if you guys say to me, man, we'd love to do this in Discord as a group and hang out in this way, then I'll be like, okay, cool. So let's prioritize that and I'll find some times to do that. But I don't want to just like randomly do things in Discord that you guys aren't going to get value from. And I mean, I'm just curious, like, do you guys use Discord a lot? Are there other Discord channels that you guys are part of where you find a lot of value, or is Discord still kind of foreign to you guys? hand race reviews with the folks. Yeah, we're definitely going to be putting some more poker educational content in Discord over the coming weeks. That's one thing I know we're going to do. We talked about that up here in the education piece, like having some hand history graphics, hand history videos, trying to build a community of people being willing to post their hands. Like, I'll tell you right now, if you guys in the Discord, if you guys post a hand in here, and I think that's part of the challenge is like learning how to post hands, but if you guys post hands in here and ask me, just tag me and say, what are your thoughts on this hand? I will absolutely respond. You guys can ask me about a hand anytime you want, and I may not be able to respond that second, but I will see the tag and I will absolutely give you free feedback. Discord should be fully utilized. Yes, listen, all of the gaming streamers that are crushing Twitch say that Discord is their most valuable tool. Literally. Now, I know gaming and poker are not identical. It's kind of like the circles. Like, there's some overlap. There's a lot of overlap, but there's also some parts about gaming and poker that are different. It's not a perfect exact match, but if people that are being very, very successful in Twitch live by Discord, and poker, which if you look at the stats of poker on Twitch compared to other games and other channels on Twitch, it has some of the lowest metrics of any of the channels on Twitch. Maybe there's something we're missing, right? And so can we find what those things are? I feel like sometimes it's hard to know who's talking to who, for sure. And that's why, like, I'm not a big fan of I'm just going to open the channel up and everybody can come and talk on stream, because it just gets out of it's too hard to follow. Really, more than 3 or 4 guests on a Twitch stream is just too much for the average viewer. You get the concept. So, I mean, and with a lot of things, like, some of this may have to be trial and error. And so maybe we'll start on the community engagement side with some of the poker content. Love to do a sub-only challenge season to build competition and friendships with a set reward at the end. So that's where, Bells, you might have missed it earlier, but, like, we were talking about this subscriber achievement program. Like, that's where this would, like, home in perfectly, where we want to have a series of achievements that people can accomplish over a period of time and get some patches or something else similar, badges, whatever, or like after you complete X amount of achievements, you get a prize. And also if we can get a home game set up and we can get leaderboards and all that. So I think we're thinking on the same page there. But I think getting Discord, figuring this Discord thing out and getting good at it's going to be important, because again, we stream a limited more number of hours. I still have to grind X amount of hours of poker a week to grow my bankroll and to accomplish my goals, and some of that can be done on stream, but some of it has to be done off stream, because it, like, streaming poker does cut into my focus, cuts into the number of tables I can play at one time and whatnot. So we do need to do some things to alleviate that and to, like, help us keep the community going outside of the stream. Yeah, Mickey, we did them on the website before, but I think it would be cool to actually have something physical that you got in the mail. Would be my ultimate goal. And so, like, earlier, Mickey, we were looking at these Atari 2600 patches, like, way back in the day. They had these little patches that you could earn. I kind of like how the Supreme Star Master has, like, the like, it starts as a patch and then it builds. That's kind of a neat design. And I don't know what these would cost, or, like, I don't know if we could make them look cool. I mean, obviously this has, like, an 80s vibe to it because it was back in 1982. But something along those lines where you could actually earn something. Again, to make the success level, like, to give people opportunities to experience success beyond just, I have to win a tournament to feel like I succeeded. Because let's be honest, you can go deep in a tournament and finish 8th and make good money and still feel like you didn't accomplish anything, right? So I think that is something we want to work towards. Any other thoughts on Discord? Any other ideas that people have? Again, I know, like, some of this is a lot to think about, and You may not have any ideas, and that's okay. The last one I want to talk about today is through content. So before I go too far into this, there's a particular type of content I want to talk about. I'm curious what you guys... I would love to get an opportunity to hear from you guys, like what... Oh, man, sorry, Mickey. Listen, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Mickey. This whole thing is being recorded and will be on YouTube later today. So you'll be able to come back when you're feeling better and watch this entire thing if you want. Best of recoveries, though. Start out with poker content and expand on that in Discord. Okay, I'm fine with that. I think that's a healthy goal. I will work on getting some Discord content up this week, and we'll start going from there. So, what kinds of content do you guys like? Well, let's just start there, and then I'll kind of take you through like what I'm thinking. Benny, I know you said you like the YouTube videos. Like, what, when you go to YouTube and others as well, not just Benny, but like, what kinds of videos do you guys like to see on YouTube? I love YouTube as a platform too. It's where we get discovered, but like, narrow it down for me. You don't watch everything on YouTube. You don't watch underwater basket weaving. Like, what are you looking for? What is there not enough of on YouTube? Do people YouTube in here? All right, well, you guys keep... I would love some feedback in this area, but while I'm waiting for you guys to type in chat, because I definitely want to hear, like, I'm willing to make more of the content that you guys like, whether it is strategy stuff, whether it is industry news, whether it is just stuff kind of entertainment-wise revolved around poker. Like, I'll make the content you guys want, but I got to know what that is. One area that I kind of want to try and hit that I've had some people talk to me privately about is giving people the opportunity to experience what it's like to be a poker pro. Because there's a lot of people out there who will never get to be a poker pro, either because like life circumstances just don't make it possible. Maybe they have families they have to support. Maybe the game is just too hard. Maybe they there's a whole mess of reasons why people may like, it would be like, oh, it'd be so cool to be a poker pro, but I just can't be one. And so I want to find ways to, through my content, to give people a chance to live vicariously through that. And I don't take that for granted. Like, if I get to go play at a live tournament series, I very much walk in feeling like this is a huge opportunity, a special opportunity, an honor. Not everybody gets to do this. And so I don't just like, look at me, I get to do this, I'm so cool. It's not that kind of vibe. It's very much a like, I know there's some people that wish they could do that. So like, how do I, like, can I make content in a way that makes you guys get to feel like you're coming along with me and you're getting to experience it with me? And I know there's some things we can do with like giving away percentages of myself so you guys can be a part of the sweat, and we'll obviously do things like that. But I want to find ways to like help you guys get to experience as much of that process, both the good and the bad, as possible. Because let me tell you something, like, there are also downsides to being a poker pro, and there are some struggles to being a poker pro, and there's some challenges, and I think it wouldn't be fair or ethical to like show you guys all the highlights and not show you guys the downsides too, right? Like, what's it like when you bust a tournament and you take a bad beat after you drove 4 hours to get to the place, and now you got to drive 4 hours home? Like, when I went to St. Louis last time, I played in 3 tournaments. I played 3 hours of live poker because I took 3 bad beats. The first tournament I played when I got to St. Louis, I got in as a huge favorite for a triple up on my 3rd hand and got rivered. And that was it. Like, $400, poof, in 3 minutes. You guys need to see both sides of that. Live chat style. I'm new to Twitch, Discord, Twitter, all that. I related to 2,600 social media, and that is all learning experience. Okay. Content is good, but keep it tight. Lots of Discords get overly busy with channels. Yeah, I like that. So we can focus on the poker side first and go from there. 1 week MTT concept, 1 week cash game concept. So I'll just tell you right now, I'm not a cash game guy. I'm trying to learn, and I put time into it, and if I put more time into it, I probably could be someday. But cash is not my thing. I'm a tournament player, so I don't know that I would be able to give you guys very good advice because I just don't have the experience with it. But with the podcast we're doing on Fridays, I absolutely could bring somebody in that could be that person that we could ask questions about and get stuff. Poker Challenge update videos. So like Pastor's Road to the World Series of Poker is a great idea. Yeah, so Benny, I literally posted a video last week. Literally, maybe you're referencing it. Literally, right there, Benny. We did one. I don't know, so I'm going to do a weekly blog for the Road to Vegas. I did one last week. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do them for. We may find out that the World Series is canceled here in a couple weeks. So I've got one slated to go live on Wednesday, and we'll take it as long as the opportunity is there. Oh, you're Ben. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're going to keep doing those as long as Vegas is an option. If Vegas gets canceled, which I think is probably a 50-50 at this point, in my opinion, then we're going to have to look at maybe, we're going to have to look at a couple things. Maybe it's a stream house over the summer to tackle some of the online series that's going. Maybe it's some sort of bankroll challenge. I don't know. I love to discuss why we play hands we don't. The you should or do this or that is old. Perfect example, Lemon last night was chastised for folding a hand and played an amazing game. Yeah, the chat warriors are always going to be out there. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, well, we're going to be doing that on Tuesdays already. So this week we're talking about c-betting. Next week we're going to be talking about ranges. I have a list of about 12 topics that I want to do between now and the summer. So yeah, we're going to have a focus each week. And I think maybe one of the things we can do is take that focus into the Discord. So maybe after tomorrow, we can kind of continue the focus throughout the week in Discord about c-betting and spots and whatnot, and kind of have some synergy there. But I definitely want you guys to get that live experience. That means there's going to be some IRL streaming. It means doing some streams that kind of take you through the highs and lows. And I'll definitely be posting videos on YouTube during live tourney breaks, kind of walking through key hands, all that stuff. I'll have to get some work done. Catch you guys soon. Keep up. Thanks. I appreciate that. Gravy Train. We're getting ready to wind up here anyway. We're gonna this is kind of most of what I wanted to talk about today. I know that some of you guys are gonna have to spend some time brainstorming on this stuff. I'm gonna have to spend some time brainstorming on this stuff. But I think if we bring all this together, I think if we can help people have more fun by learning the game and making the game simple, I think if we can help people have more fun by finding some of these entertaining competitions, some of these achievements we can do, and getting those out there, I think if we can build a community in Discord so that the community exists beyond the stream, and we can help people feel welcome, I think this thing can really blow up. And I want it to blow up for you guys. It's actually right here. We can, you can access it right here, Gravy Train. Somebody can post that in Discord too if they want. I'm not averse to it being there, but if we can accomplish these goals through the rest of the year, I think the group will grow. And as the group grows, this I do know, the more people you get together who want to have fun, the more fun you have. So if we really truly succeed at reaching, what's up, Poker Dad? This group right here, people who want to have fun playing poker. If we really succeed at hitting that audience, and I don't want to tell people they can't be here, but if we can organically kind of rule out or just kind of deter the people who don't want to have fun or want to make others not have fun playing poker, I think this will only get better for you guys, and you guys will only enjoy the stream and the community more. And ultimately, that will lead to what we're talking about here, which is that you guys will enjoy poker as a whole more. This is a game you guys love, you're passionate about, you enjoy playing it. I want to make that experience even better for you guys. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. Oh, I mean, anytime you try to do something, there's always going to be negative Nancy's. I mean, maybe not in here specifically, but like, I know that like, there was a time in the past where I tried to cater my stream to other streamers, like professional streamers and professional poker players. Like, I wanted to earn the respect of the top pros, and I wanted to be considered amongst the top pros. And I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that's just, one, impossible, and two, such a waste of time. Like, who cares what the poker pros think? At the end of the day, who cares? Because we're not here to impress them. Like, and I think there's a certain amount of bias amongst some of the top pros. There's some really great top pros that are amazing ambassadors for the game, but there's some really a-holes up there, right? And they not only think the game's about themselves, but they go out and they make the game so miserable for so many other people. And I don't want those people around the stream. I don't want them here. I don't want them engaged, and I don't care what they think. Like, I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't care. And so if poker pros don't consider us real poker players or a real stream or quality content, you know, they can move on. But like, we're going to gather people that are like-minded, and we're going to make this game as fun as it can be. Because I know for some people too, like poker, can Rodney still come to the stream? Of course Rodney can come to the stream. I think Rodney is the epitome of someone who wants to have fun playing poker and wants to make the poker experience. I think he jives with all of this. That's like his brand, is making poker fun and making the experience fun for others. He might even be the poster child for it. Yeah, like, I agree. Like, sorry. But yeah, like, it just, like, it's not worth it. And I think that there are plenty of streams out there that are trying to be the, I want all the poker pros to come to my stream and respect my game streams, right? There's plenty of those. Like, there's no point, like, that's a hard group to win over, and then on top of that, you have a bunch of people streaming that style. Whatever. Like, that's not going to be us. Like, I think that's, if one thing came out of this weekend, it's like, this is our brand, this is our target audience, this is how we're going to go about it. And I feel really, really good about this direction. I think it's something we can be very good at. We've had success with it in the past. And so now it's just a matter of honing in on this, getting you guys to be a part of it, and starting to take steps in this direction. And it is going to be a process. Like, we're not going to do it all at once. Like I said, it may be 6 months or a year before we can have a home game again. If I can get it done. Oh, Mickey dropping the gifted sub to Poker Dad. Thank you so much, Mickey. Appreciate it. Poker Dad, welcome to the team. Enjoy the emotes. 2x luck on the bomb pots. Again, guys, we got 11 minutes left on this bomb pot. Use the bomb pot emote. You have no idea what you're doing with your stream, Poker Dad, but you do have a brand and an originality and an identity that you're building around. So even if you haven't, like, spelled it out on paper, I think that you've already started that process in your head and you're doing it organically. I would highly recommend, like, I sent you that document I made. I would highly recommend, when you have time, do something like that for your stream. Just answer those 5 questions. And it may take you a while to get there, but like, it's been really energizing for me. So I think it's a really cool thing. And like now, like I feel like I've got a plan through the rest of the year that I can stick with. Because I definitely don't want to be, and I did this early in my streaming career and it was a huge mistake. I always change things. Like every month I was changing things and we just never stayed consistent enough with things. And so you can do that for a while. And like I said, that's why early in the stream I said we were committed to that for the first 3 months of changing and trying things. But at some point you have to hone in or your brand is just too all over the place. And people, like, you can go to Bet on Drew's stream and you know what his brand is, right? His brand, you know you're going to walk in his stream. He's going to have a positive vibe. He's got that very chill mentality. He's not going to be hyper spastic. I mean, he can get excited, but you just know the vibe you're going to get when you walk in there. You know the type of conversation he's going to have. You know the types of questions. Like, you know his brand. You know it. Thank you, T-Capt. And that's where we need to get. Like, people need to know our brand. Like, I want people to get to the point where they're like, if I go to PokerPastor's stream, I know there's going to be some fun. I know I'm going to be around people who love having fun in poker. We're going to get some great entertainment value. We're going to do some fun competitions. We're going to get better at poker in some easy ways. And that's like what's going to elevate us, right? Like, is when people identify us with that and they know that that's consistent, we'll take off.